Welcome. I wanted to share a little bit of information about eFileCabinet. We were founded in the early 2000s when our founder wanted to take his office paperless and commissioned the creation of the software eFileCabinet in order to save himself valuable money paying high wages for his employees who were spending a lot of time filing paperwork and trying to find paperwork. The software was actually commissioned in the late 1990s, but by 2001, he had had so many requests from other businesses that wanted to share the software and use it for their own businesses that he founded the company eFileCabinet as a means of sharing the software with other businesses. To date, we actually have 153,000 businesses that utilize our software for their document management needs. You can see some of these names over here on the right are big names, although we also service quite a bit of small business and mid-sized businesses. One of the first things that you'll notice about eFileCabinet is that our navigation should feel familiar because we do follow the Microsoft Office navigation with tabs and buttons. So everything is visual. In addition, any item that you click on, you can right-click to see a list of most common items within eFileCabinet. First, I wanted to show you how to bring documents into eFileCabinet. If I've got a client and I need to bring in some documents, I can bring them in a number of different ways. First, I can choose to store a document, and I can bring in one or multiple documents and hit open. It's going to bring in these documents, bring up my save box, which I'm actually going to cancel out of. That gives me a way to bring in those documents. I can rename them if I'd like. The second way is I can drag and drop a document in off of my desktop. I can also go into any program. I've got this fake letter in Word, but I can do this from any program that I have the capability to print from, and go in and actually choose the eFileCabinet print driver, which will then convert this document from a Word document and will bring this in as a PDF. So as soon as I hit print, you can see the same pop-up save box coming up, and I can go in and save this under Tony Burrell's documents. If I save this here and I call this mortgage letter, and I hit store, this document is now going to store as a PDF and will be the exact same document. The other way that I could store this document as a Word document is through our Microsoft integration, and you can do this with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. You can actually keep all of the native formatting of these documents by utilizing the Send to EFC button. If I click that, it's going to bring up the same save box that we just saw, and we see this mortgage lender. I'm going to name this the same name that I just barely named it. So mortgage letter, and I'm going to hit store. And here we get this mortgage letter that was my original PDF, and then we have the mortgage letter that is an actual Word document, and you can see here that we've got different types of documents. So this is a prime example that any type of document that you can store on your computer, you can actually store within eFileCabinet. As you can see, I've got an Excel document here, I've got a JPEG, you can store videos or images, any other types of documents. Another popular way to bring documents in is through scanning. I've got a scanning interface. This is our eFileCabinet scanning interface, and as you can see, I'm scanning a document on my Twain compliant scanner. Any scanner that has a Twain driver, that's TWAIN, will interface with our system. Other scanners you can also utilize with our system. It would just take a slightly different route of that scanner storing it on your desktop and going in and hitting the store button. So if I've got my scanning interface, once I've scanned in documents, I can actually move these pages around, so I can rearrange my pages. I can rotate them. I can also come back though and scan additional pages. This means that if I'm pulled away from the office, I don't have to rescan documents, or I don't have to use a PDF editor to combine pages if I was pulled away during the scanning process. This in addition, I can also consolidate a lot of my time spent scanning by putting a lot of pages on the scanner and scanning those pages even if I want them in separate documents. Most scanners will scan a document, name it a numeric code, and drop it on your computer. With our scanning interface, these documents actually preview over here. They do not pre-name or pre-batch, and so I can actually choose the documents and the pages that I want. I can hit the Store button and tell it to store these pages only. What this will allow me to do is to more easily organize my documents without having to go in and store and rename, organize, PDF, edit, and other things like that. So if I call this Scan Fake Documents and I hit Store, it's actually going to save it as a PDF. What I do want to show you very quickly is that I also have the capability of choosing an existing document that's stored within eFileCabinet and appending or prepending that document to the existing page, so I can combine my two documents. Another thing I have the capability of doing is to attach additional data that can be found for searching capabilities and other options. And when I do that, I have the ability to search with this. If I hit Store here, I'm going to go ahead and append this or add this to the end of the document and hit OK. This is now going to combine it with my existing document. You can see we had previous documents, and then we can see my additional 3 documents, including my rotated page that I just added to this existing document. So this is what it would look like to store your documents in the 5 or 6 different ways. The next thing I want to show you is our search capabilities. Once you've got your documents within eFileCabinet, you want to be able to find them. The first thing is that I can search by my drawer level within my filing cabinets. So if I type in Smith, it pulls up all of my Smith clients, and I can go straight to that client and be able to help. Anything that is on this drawer level is searchable through this search. The most popular search that we have is this middle search, which is a lot like a Google search. If I type in my customer's name, I'm going to pull up everything that is under Tony Burrell, and that's a lot of stuff. But I can actually specify what type of document that I'm looking for. So if I look for a W-2 in this case, I can specify all of my W-2s under Tony. I can further specify exactly the year that I'm looking for. So in this case, I'm looking for the 2015 W-2. If I want to look for the 2014 W-2s, I can easily see those as well, and then go in and preview that information. And this is one of the most popular search functions. Another thing that I have and can search for is if I type in any information up here that is associated to these documents, it'll pull. So if I, for example, if I look at this balance sheet, it doesn't have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anywhere in the document, except that it is down here in that metadata or searchable fields that I have assigned to it. So this document pulls up for that reason, and you'll see that with all of these different documents as I continue to click on them. Another popular search function that we have is what we call our OCR, optical character recognition. OCR is a technology that allows the computer or the software to read images. Basically, when you have a PDF, whether it's been scanned in or it's been converted to a PDF from another program, that PDF comes into the system as an entire image. So the computer doesn't have the capability, for example, to read all of this different data because this has come in and looks as one massive image. It can't actually go in and read this pay status change form like a human would be able to. So if I want to go in and find something, I can go into my advanced search and actually type something into the full text search. If I type in C-word in this example, and I tell it to search, I can actually pull up these documents. One of the things you'll notice is that this good faith does not have the name C-word in the name. and it is stored under my Mortgage Washington, Pennsylvania Avenue file. So C-word is nowhere in the filing structure, nor is it anywhere in this data. The only reason that it has pulled up is because over here under William C-word that his name shows, and so this has been able to be pulled. This OCR is an optional feature, but it is a very popular feature. Once I have a document that I'd like to share, I probably will want to share that with a client or a vendor. If I've got a document under Tony, you'll notice that I've got these folder structures which are in my own filing cabinet. In this particular platform, these are saved on my actual server. However, you'll also notice this little padlock. This is Tony's secure drawer. This is a separate storage space in the cloud where Tony can view his documents. If I'd like to share, for example, this general ledger with Tony, I can simply drag and drop this to Tony's secure drawer, and I get a confirmation that I want to send this to secure drawer. I can add a note to Tony. I can add an expiration date if I want Tony to only be able to access it for a certain amount of time, and I can even add a password. In this case, I'm going to add 1234. Once I tell it to send files, it takes literally seconds to send those files, and it has now copied this to Tony's secure drawer, which is a client portal, and has emailed Tony that I have uploaded this document to his secure drawer. If I go into Tony's secure drawer, you can see that it's now showing as a shared document with him. And yet if I go back to my regular filing cabinet, I still have it in my regular organization. So once Tony gets the email, it'll contain a link. This link will take him either to your website where the secure drawer login can be embedded in your website, or it can take it to our website. Tony can log into secure drawer, and one of the things that you'll notice is that Tony only has access to his drawer. He doesn't get to see any of your other clients. If he clicks on his drawer, he can see this general ledger. He can view it, he can download it, he can save it, and be able to do whatever he needs with this. You'll notice that Tony has he can see his note. You'll notice that it's asking for that password. If I type into 1234, I can now actually view the password and be able to go in and print that. Now, Tony can also send something back to you in a secure manner. He can drag and drop a document in. He can come in here and upload documents in and choose any of these documents that he wants to bring into secure drawer, and he gets the very same pop-up. If he uploads a document to secure drawer, you can actually get a notification that he's uploaded this document. Now you can go into secure drawer and look at it, but you can also go in through eFileCabinet. If I hit refresh and I want to go look at Tony's secure drawer, and I organize this by the date that it's received, you can see this bilingual paper is now showing up, and I can now drag and drop this into my filing cabinet and save this for Tony. So this gives you quite a few ways that you can share. If I have a document, I also, and if it's not sensitive or confidential, I can actually email it directly out of eFileCabinet. I can assign a password to it, I can print it, I can save it. I can do anything that I normally would do within eFileCabinet. In addition, we do have a number of other additional features. We've got workflow features. You've got the ability to add comments and alerts on your documents. You can also add retention that'll monitor the time that you need to retain a document before it gets shredded. You can also protect documents from being deleted and destroyed. And you can lock out and give permissions to each of your users based on their authority and their roles. Each of these permissions, view, edit, open, edit, and delete, are all sequential. So if I can edit something, I can also view it and I can also open it. As you can see, eFileCabinet is fairly easy to use. If you've got any questions, please let us know. We'll be happy to give you more details. Thanks. Have a great day.